What is going on, guys? We're back on the video today in our Chicago Bears franchise. It is week 16, and it's the game we've all been waiting for, the battle of the best in the NFC. The Bears, who are 14-0, we all know this, versus the 11-3 Rams. The Saints gave us a bit of a battle, but it wasn't enough, of course. When is it ever enough versus us? Let's take a look at the actual NFC. So the best in the NFC is us. Then it's a three-way tie between the Rams, Packers, and Falcons. However, the Rams have locked up their division, so that's pretty impressive stuff. NFC does look pretty good overall. AFC is just horrendous. Look at the best teams are barely at 500, a little bit over, technically. And then the Jags were a little bit better, but then everyone else is right at 500 or less, and 7-7 is pretty disappointing. We have a couple of upgrades, so let's make them count. Lawrence Green, I believe, is very fast. He is very fast, 99 speed. Kind of needs a little bit of both, so we're just going to go, let's just go with slot. Why not? Makes the most sense because he needs both. He gets a hit power, which is interesting. 2-man, 1 zone, I'll take it. Then we have Tate, who obviously we've been working up the power move. He's an 85 overall now with probably 90 plus power. Wow, no power move. That's really rough. 87 power move. Okay, not even close. Jeromepkr still doesn't have the zone scheme fit, but obviously every upgrade counts. Normal dev. He's a good player, could play both positions. He's got decent hit power. And then Shaquem Griffin, who we're trying to develop into a pass. Should we even worry about that? Let's just make him a pass rusher. Why not? I think it's a little too late, honestly. Plus, speed rusher is usually a really good upgrade. Agility, finesse. Yeah, we'll take all that. Sim the rest and go against this Rams team. Oh, look at this. This is a battle. This is a battlefield. Look at the environment, the timing of the game. I mean, the game is perfect. Whoever set this one up, props to them. NFL maybe gets a little bit of, oh, what's that? Does they have a little booth like that? I don't really like how far away from the field it is, but it's kind of cool in theory. Kincaid, of course, already over 1,000 yards, I believe, and over 10 touchdowns. Mike Evans over 1,000 yards, not 10 touchdowns, and then Hughes falling very far behind. We obviously want to win this game. We want to show we're still the best team in the league, and of course with that 14-0 record, there's not a whole lot of arguments there to be made, but I think this is a game where we need to get Hughes going right in time for the playoffs. So there should be more throws his way, and we're going to kick the squib on this one, and it's a really good decision because he falls backwards under his own power. A little bit of a goofy play there for them. We started with the 31, and there was no risk of a return. Jared Goff, probably good on the MVP board himself. Lacking touchdowns, but good accuracy, limiting his picks. It's a good season, especially when you got to share the field with a guy named Todd Gurley. And I looked at Mac's numbers. He actually has a legitimate chance at reaching 20 sacks on the season. And where is Todd Gurley? Todd Gurley gone? Is he injured? And there goes Roquan on the very first throw. Roquan to the end zone. And he scores. This is not as big of a stage, but this is starting to give me Super Bowl vibes. You have an injured Todd Gurley. Cooper Kupp's hurt. An early mistake. Rams looking rough. The very first play we simmed was a penalty all the way down the field, so that's interesting. Yeah, without a guy like Gurley, this is going to be not as big of a matchup as advertised, and Roquan gets burned there by Everett. Jesus. Yeah, hopefully hopefully people that paid for this game don't think this is actually going to be as good of a matchup as it as once thought. No Todd Gurley, no Cooper Kupp. I mean, who are their options? They got a tight end and Cooks, really, just before. I know he's a decent player. I just don't really see him as a threat. But I feel like we've played him once before, and he was really good. Mac double-teamed. Can't get off the block. And that's a really good throw. And ironically, who is it? Robert Woods for the touchdown. Wow. Perfect timing. Another little side stat we're trying to get is 1,000 yards returning for Kincaid, who obviously will have a chance here. If he could just bust one for a touchdown, that would be, the 1,000 easily made, To the 30, it's a good 27 yards probably. Our first time on offense, even though the game's tied at 7-all. Look at the Saints whooping up on the Giants, and the Giants are a decent competitor themselves. Look at this. Look at this season from Nash. Just beautiful. Obviously, we turned the ball over a little bit more than we would have liked to, but Still, obviously, a very good season. MVP caliber once again. Rolling out. Hughes has that look. And Hughes catches it for 23 yards to start the game out. It's not like we're going to necessarily force it to Hughes, but once again, I will, if it's a 50-50 ball and someone needs to go for it, we're going to give it to Hughes. We need to get him going. Good blocking by the fullback, Howard. Good gain of 13. Had a little bit of an injury scare recently, but he's still going. Had a really good last week performance, and on the season easily on par for 1,000. Assuming he doesn't get injured. Good bring a curl to Hughes. It's a good throw. Got to trust Hughes more, man. I just think we haven't given him a shot rather than him making mistakes, Hughes and Evans on the same side. Inside. There goes Hughes. I honestly think I've just been neglecting him. I really think so. I mean, early on, 3 perfect plays where, there was no real risk throwing him the ball. And it was, a lot of plays were perfect. There goes Burton. Burton getting caught up by Johnston. Not going to really get the look. So Howard has a chance to get his 1,000 on this play, and he will. He will with style. And I'd even choose to go a team. The game forced it. They wanted a special celebration for a very special milestone. 14 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards on the season. And honestly, even though you guys say that we should use Cohen more, if you compare real-life Cohen to our Cohen, we've honestly played him almost exactly how the Bears would. Oh, that's a terrible decision. Cohen, I think, is about 500 yards rushing, about 600 yards receiving right now. Maybe 500 yards receiving. Either way, 1,000 yards on par for about 1,200. That's usually, that's kind of what you're looking at for a Cohen, especially a Cohen type. Oh, there goes Knox. Knox! That's all Knox. I finally got to give Knox some credit. He even got a hit on Goff, which is obviously definitely something we're aiming for. Let's take a look. We never look at our guys. It looked beastly. Tomasi Lawley never plays, but I don't know why they're showing him. Really got to show 2 DTs these days. Amos outside in good coverage, and that's an easy pick for Trevor. Amos runs right into him. Oh, what a move! Trevor to the end zone. Gets caught down to the 2. That's unfortunate. I honestly wanted to cut that guy at the end so hard. Realistically, I want either Hughes or Evans to catch this ball. And it's going to be Hughes. I wanted Evans to catch him more because he has a chance at, the double milestone. Hughes, it's a bit of a long shot, to be honest. And here they are in a good spot again, so take advantage of this or not. They need to get a little bit of yardage for a field goal, even though they do have a good kicker. He can kick some long ones. There goes Mack off the edge and almost picked off by King. He has that closing speed combined with that height. It's a rare combination, and obviously utilizing it to the fullest extent. And that kick is no good. No matter how high the sliders are, it doesn't matter. Is it Zerline, though? I mean, it had a lot of distance on it from that, From that far, it actually got very close, so I would say it probably was. Not many guys are going to put that much power on a kick. Mike Evans underneath. Mike gets about 9. He tricks you with how fast he is. He tricks you with how fast he is. And he's down to the 1. Oh, my Lord. That's so unfair. We almost have to force this, right? We kind of have to. It is his perfect passing so far, but still. Back in the end zone, doesn't even matter. Perfect throw. Mike Evans holds on, and we are whooping up on the Rams worse than any team we have had all season long. I mean, at the 27-yard line, this Rams team, it just doesn't work. Oh, King with a really good play again on number 87. It just doesn't work without Todd, I think. Touchdowns are down for Jared, which, I mean, you would think it would be a Todd Gurley result, but he hasn't played unless he just got injured last week, which is unlikely. Mack in some trouble. Can't get off the line. Damn it, Mack. Oh, can Mack steal that? He did steal half of that. Good job. That's 17.5 on the season now. At least you get another chance to return the ball with Kincaid. Damn it, man. He actually kicked that through. Can't kick a field goal, though, can you? Oh, it's not even him. Jesus, he looks big, though. Going on the inside handoff. Cohen have to spin. Gets a cut move. 4-yard gain. I want to start throwing to players out of bounds because it seems you can get the ball off quicker that way. I don't know why the game rewards that, but they do. And we're going to take a shot to Hughes, and it's overthrown, but Peters was all over there. ran out of time, and he did have a look for a split second. The Rams have a good chance to climb back into this one after the stop. Mack has been locked up on that side for the most part. Good play by Roquan. They only gained a yard on that. He had so much separation, too. Like, I want to use her Mack because I really want to get him to 20 sacks, but I also want to use her Knox because I think there's some potential there, at least on the user aspect. Like, you can't tell me... Oh, what a hit by Roquan. You can't tell me without our help, Mack would be at 17.5. This should go, right? Oh, it's not even... It's Goshkowski. He's definitely more accurate. It's just, does he have the leg? Oh, that's unfortunate. Off the crossbar. There must be some wind with this open stadium. I feel like in the first quarter, he would have easily nailed that thing. Just all about the accuracy. Hughes has a good chance here. I almost never run this play because it's too stiff. It's pretty damn open to me. Hughes avoids the real hard contact down to the 30. Nash has been pretty damn clutch today. Making throws. Howard's got his milestone. Maybe we'll give him another touchdown at some point, but Cohen definitely has earned a little bit of carries here now. And there he goes. Look at Cohen. Slipping for about 15 yards, 16 yards. It's a good cutback. Mike again. And he holds on to it. Oh, my God. That's why you got to keep coming to it, man. Once again, I thought it was overthrown again, and it was a beauty. How many times can Mike Evans do this before we just call him the GOAT? I mean, look at this. Like, he actually holds on to it as well. 2-minute warning. I mean, I'll give it to him. They're not giving up. Their defense has really disappointed them, though. I know offense has been bad, but their defense has easily been worse, no question. You drove down the field. You wasted some clock, so it's not like the defense is gassed. I mean, the defense is gassed, but it's not for the reason of being bad on offense. Really good plays so far on this drive, though. I got to give it to them. With them, you're not giving up, and they can actually maybe start putting up some points, maybe stop us once. This could end up becoming a proper shootout. Good quick throw. Not really going to result in much, though. We have that stupid glitch again where the circle over the player is gone. I mean, look at this. It's just... I never thought about how big of a thing it is. It's huge. It's really annoying. Look at Knox, though. I love how the time Knox has a great pass rush game, they get rid of the ball quickly. Knox is killing it. Look at, like, it's certain spots on the field. Oh, good play fake. Open in the corner is Everett for the score. I saw him wide as well. Great wait for them to throw that, and he got it. Oh, come on. Kincaid's fast, but he's not that fast. Damn it, man. I don't know why they even kick away from him anyways. He hasn't really been that explosive. Oh, there goes Kincaid, though. Speaking of, with 29 seconds left in the half. And again, they don't really want to give us any lane. Look at that. Perfect. Howard, one to beat. He beats them, and they're gone. The Rams' defense is terrible. How are they so bad? Kincaid is so fast. He actually gets back there, too. Only Kincaid. Only Kincaid could turn that into a 28-yard. And not even a 28-yarder because he caught it in his own end zone. That's like a 35-yard return. I honestly just go with another curl route to Evans. Obviously, Evans wasn't the curl route last time. Carlson! The big boy. Johnson's slow as hell, but he shouldn't be Carlson slow. You notice the yards. Like, we don't really have a whole lot of yards for 42 points. We have, what, a combined maybe 300 for 42 points? It's a great route, but a terrible throw. We are feeding on Hughes a bit. A little bit. Maybe too many times, but I really want to get him some milestones, man. I think he deserves it. I can't ignore Burton either, though. Ooh, that's a face mask. Two main looks. Hughes is open. Oh, that was almost a who can do it better situation, but it was overthrown. Like, don't get me wrong, I can admit that I'm throwing too much to Hughes, throwing too much for end zone, but they gave us the one-on-one with Hughes. These guys are both one-on-one monsters. Oh, I had him. What am I doing? What a catch. Down to the 1. What a damn throw. Nash has been on fire today. I really don't want to score again. 49 points and it's not even halfway through the third. Inside for the touchdown. I mean, going to give it to us. We're going to take it. Howard's 15th touchdown on the season. Coach got his milestone. Everyone's happy. They wasted a few minutes, but they are down the field. We're going to run some man coverage with a single high, so If they actually had, Cooks on the far left running the streak, it'd be a good chance to potentially make a play. Or that works too. That works too. And he's down to the 1. That was a really good quick throw. Jared Goff has made quick decisions. I just don't think, I don't know. I can't really even tell you. I don't know what it is. The field goal attempts do kill him, though. It's 20, what? Jeez, math is hard. 23 to probably not 49, because we wouldn't have as short of fields. And wide open in the back of the end zone, guess who? The guy we insulted. Honestly, they make those 2 field goals. It's a close game. Hughes, he drops it, though. Oh, Hughes, you're going to put them right back in the game. Damn, Carlson broke his thumb. Well, here they are, the drive that decides it all. They can get a touchdown on this drive. This game is anyone's. But if they can't, you're going to have to call it. Look at Knox, the big boy. Finally gets sack number 5. Been fighting for ages. Of course, it wasn't his milestone at that play. I don't know. Knox has been reading the comment section, I think, honestly. The hate on Knox has been real, and it's been fair. But this game, he's been dominant. I will say, he's been all over. Ooh, big pop by Mack and Green there. 2 very, very different play styles. Mack is more of a powerful, smart player. Green just relies on his speed, which is nothing wrong with either style. Inside, Robert avoids the hit stick on Roquan, and Roquan has ended a few drives for them with that hit power. Knox in the double team. Knox does fall down right on top of him, so which it probably shouldn't, because you can see here they're probably not going to run the ball. Perfect coverage. No, it's not. We let him go at the last second. 87 has been completely locked down. I don't even know who that is. Of course, that's not the case, and Cooks looks like he's going to be wide open. I might drop back. There it is. Oh, Mac. We baited the hell out. Oh, my God. You know how much of a god? Like, people already consider Mac to be a god, but that would further solidify it. It really would. Like, that's just an amazing awareness play. They're going to run it inside, and I think he has it. Barely. Ooh, good find. Guess who it was, too? Robert Woods, and there's a face mask. Inside the 5. Roquan. Oh, there goes the pressure. Kevin King catching Goff off the edge for a sack. Caught me off my stance and everything. Puts himself under pressure, gets most of the yards back, but it's going to be a 3rd down and very tough. Mack with the pressure, and it's picked off by Manning, who's got a chance. He's not the fastest man in the world, but nobody can catch him. Manning extends the lead and puts up number 50. 50-plus points on the game. Gives him a little bow. Manning has been a very good player for us this season, especially not as a technical starter. We'll watch it play out, but obviously we're not really too worried about the outcome. We might actually play a legit drive, though, because I think we'll probably pull Nash and then see what we can do. Look at Knox, though. Did you see the power he put on those 2 guys? I don't know what's going on, but he has really come to play. And you could say, oh, you're user him. Yeah, well, the thing is, usually when I user him, he gets stood up and doesn't make anything happen. This game, he's been killing it. Look at him. Oh, he freaking got excited. Almost made the play. Here goes Knox. He misses the tackle, though. Come on, Knox. I've really been thinking about, what series I want to keep and whatnot. I'm thinking if we're going to get rid of any of the series, it probably would be the Desperados. At least in this franchise, there's a lot of close games. I mean, I know this one really wasn't super close. A lot of close games. There's some guys that are aging. But on the Desperados, there's honestly just no flaws. There really isn't. Darren Lee, we miss. Oh, wow, what a play. Mac misses, and then he slips into the end zone. Usually you don't get that shot. This is a weird camera angle, by the way. I don't think they're going to switch it. They will. Get up, Darren. Oh, he fumbled. I didn't press any button. He actually fumbled. Okay, that's an interesting tactic. You don't see that very often. Darren Lee not used to covering, holding on to the ball. But we cannot run a blitz here. Let's go with Knox. Oh, wow, wide open on the outside, and he misses the tackle. And he misses the tackle, too. Okay, this is that 4th quarter, near 2-minute warning, deal. Darren, don't screw this up. If you can clean it, field it cleanly, I would. Don't even jump on it. Just pick it up and run away. Oh, never mind. It goes to the fullback who very dependable in most situations. Hey, we can finally see the backup in action. Possession time. We got Hundley as the starting quarterback, St. Brown as the starting wide receiver, and Cohen in on the ground, and he's got room. And he's gone. He gets caught down to the 1. We're going to kneel this thing out. I can't. For the life of me, I can't put up more points. I just can't. Nice little cut move by Howard. That was the score for him. That's why we had 3 touchdowns. I forgot. Okay, good cameraman inception. Knox with the little screenshot on Goff. That's nice. I like it. Hughes, I don't think he hit enough yardage to hit 1,000 yards and then 10 touchdowns in the season, but it's fine. It's the way it works sometimes. It's all right. Mike Evans, he did enough for the both of them. Same with Kincaid. And Burton had a decent season as well. But we have one more game left. Would be nice to finish undefeated. We'll see. So comparing the two quarterbacks, Nash was very good. Missed 7 out of 24 throws, which is fine. 70% completion percentage. 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. Rushing, Howard did not hit 100 yards, which is disappointing. But he did have 3 touchdowns. And then Tariq Cohen averaging 17 yards a carry. Receiving, honestly, a pretty damn even game across the board. Hughes had the majority of the catches, but overall yards and touchdowns, he didn't have the most technically. He had 88 yards for Mike Evans, which was a lot more yards per catch, and then 2 touchdowns, which is, of course, more. Blocking-wise, who gave up the most sacks? Ford and Schluter. So there was only 2 sacks in the game. Mack found his way to steal one. So with 2.5 needed, he can hit 20, which would be very nice. And then Knox obviously had a very good pressure game, and he did finish with a solo sack, so gotta like that. 2 missed kicks from their guy, which is bad. Kincaid with 61 yards. I don't know if last week was enough. Combined with this week, I don't know if it's enough. We'll find out in a moment. View the injury report. Carlson will be out for 4 weeks, but of course, as much as I like him, he's really not the big of a part of the team, honestly. So going against the 7-8 Niners, this is almost a walk in the park for the undefeated season. The Packers and Vikings both have a chance at making the playoffs. I think the Packers definitely, they found a spot. The Vikings, however, 9-6, Panthers and Saints. It would be kind of bad if they had to play each other, because I think that would probably knock the Vikings out. I don't know if they do or not. If they tie, that would be clutch for the Vikes, but we'll see. I don't know if they did enough. Stats-wise, probably Howard, honestly. Howard and Manning. It was Roquan. Oh, he had a pick 6 too. I forgot about that. I don't think Alex Smith's game was even good enough. Ooh, it was pretty accurate, actually. I'd give it to him. So Nash is about 300 yards off of 5,000 yards passing, and then 3 touchdowns off of 45 touchdowns. So we could get it for him. I don't know. He's already got 5,000 plus total yardage. Howard really doesn't even need to play next week. We probably will actually bench him. There's really no point in risking him for nothing. Kincaid and Mike Evans. Mike Evans needs 2 touchdowns to get double-digit. Hughes needs 3. I don't think we're putting up 5 touchdowns all up to those guys as well. Hughes, though, 137 yards. That's doable. Very doable. Cohen 2 off of 500 yards receiving. Defensively, we want to hit that 20 sack mark for Mack. I don't know if it's going to happen. A lot of guys in the 5 to 6 pick range. I mean, lots. Eddie, Amos, Darren Lee, King, Roquan, and Manning all have over 5 or higher. Cody Parkey, really good season. Marquette King, We don't really have to punt long distance usually, so his are more accuracy-based. And Kincaid, he only needs 40 yards, so as long as they score twice, or not even score twice, just score once and don't kick it out of bounds every time, he's got a really good chance at knocking that out as well. So very good season so far with 1 game left. Looking good. I like it. 98 zone, 88 speed, 91 excel. That's good. As long as we're getting the excel or something up. So Howard, his trucking's already 91 plus. If we can try to get that cut move, that juke move higher, that would be clutch. So we are going to go with an elusive move upgrade. Please be juke move, please. Agility I will take. Elusiveness and spin is okay, but we needed that juke move. He does go to 90 agility now, which is nice. Kevin King, 90 overall. He has good man and zone, so I suppose at this point, let's just try to get his scheme fit up. Gets 2 upgrades, and they weren't great. Honestly, at this point for Manning, we're really just trying to get his speed up. Let's keep going with some run support because we are trying to build him as a linebacker, really. Agility and coverage and all that, so I mean, he's good, but he's just very slow. Jansen, finesse. We're trying to get his finesse up because That's the worst part of his game. I guess his blocking is kind of low. He's just got a lot of confidence. Didn't really want to go field general, but that's his scheme fit, and he's 1 off, so why not? Block shed 4. Block shed's pretty nice, though, in fairness, because we usually use our Darren Lee more than anything. Ooh, his coverage is bad, though. Equanimous, keep that scheme fit. We do. You know, he's a decent role player. 2 catching, that's huge, actually. He's a decent catcher now. Carlson, you old goat. Come on, get a big upgrade for yourself. Get some speed, man. Come back faster. 3 catching, 2 catching track. That's pretty huge, actually. It's pretty big for him. But yeah, that was the week 16. It was a high-scoring game. I would like to say if you look back at the game, it was a very close one. You take away those 2 missed field goals, it's 44-56. And, you taking away those 2 missed field goals, we start with worst field position, and you just don't know. You really don't. So, honestly, we could have lost that game if they don't miss those field goals. They had a couple of mistakes that they could have easily corrected. And then their defense was easily the worst we've played all season. I don't know what it was. I don't know if maybe forcing it to Hughes was a positive today. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we're becoming one-dimensional and we're just throwing to the 2 receivers and then Howard. But when you have to factor in the 3rd guy and even the 4th guy, that's when it becomes really hard to stop us. So going into week 17 with a lot to hope for. Nash probably will play. Don't want to have that rust set in with the bye week coming up. It depends on how many times he gets hit. If he gets hit early and often, we're probably gonna pull him pretty damn quickly for Hundley. And then I don't think Howard's gonna start at all, honestly. So we'll see how that all works out. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, maybe subscribe. We have lots, and I mean lots of Madden. More Madden than you can honestly handle. If you think you can handle a lot of Madden, you can't handle this. You just can't handle the channel. Maybe I said like the video. Probably did. I don't know. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Subscribe to the second channel, PKR Plays. That's where we upload anything non-Madden-wise. And obviously, I'm going to be looking to upload more videos and games on that channel. If you're a big Borderlands fan like I am, Borderlands 3, we should have tons of content on there. Assuming I decide to follow through with it. Did I sell you already? That easy? But anyways, hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!